Both strange and beautiful, the pineapple has amazed and inspired visitors for centuries. It was built in 1761 by the Earl of Dunmore as a summer house where he could appreciate the views from his estate. At this time, pineapples were among Scotland's most exotic and rare foods. A wide variety of unusual fruits and vegetables once grew in the extensive glass houses and pineapple pits within the walled garden. The grounds are now an oasis for wildlife, and you can enjoy a peaceful walk around the former curling pond and the surrounding woodland. But who were the Earls of Dunmore, and what kind of life did they lead to afford such a lavish summer house and estate more than 250 years ago? In this video, we'll walk around the decaying estate and find out more about this family of landowners who even made a President of America cower in his boots. Let's see if you can see anything over the top of that other bit. We're on an adventure, Copper. Let's go back down to the path. So we found the stables. Let's have a look and see what's going on in here. Just watch out for anything on Copper's feet. Wow. There's the old fireplace, and the floor's completely done in. There's absolutely no way I'm walking on that floor. That's amazing. There's a massive bird's nest up there as well. An old water tank.
Why is this completely open?
It's the same as the rest of the estate.
Because this is obviously not safe for walking
on. No, not at all. I'm going back down. Let's look at the rest.
They're dangerous.
There's a big door that would have once been on there. You can see compared to Alex like how big it actually is. Let's go through to the courtyard. You can see from all the rot and everything and how much it's blown. This hasn't been on for some time. Wow. Oh, look through there. You can't believe that this is so big and it's just a stable block. It shows you how amazing Dunmore House was. Look at all those doors. Wow. Imagine everyone living and working here.
Look at that grand entrance. We'll get it from the other side as well. But here are all the different rooms. Let's have a look. Well, it has been non-stop raining forever. Jesus. Is that a piano? I'm not even joking. Hang on.
No, it's cabinet or something.
Wow. That's what I thought was a piano. But look at this, and there's that massive gutter. Right, we're going to go around the other side. I'm just going to have a quick look in this room over here. Then we'll go around the outside to those big doors. Wow, just look at that ivy. Actually, I don't think it's ivy. There's no way that I'm attempting to go up those stairs. Are you actually joking? Even look at the width of the doors. My God, I thought that thing in the corner was someone's sleeping bag. That's probably the most intact of all the ceilings. Look what I'm standing underneath. But yeah, there's no way I'm going up there, especially as there's no floor. This is really cool, because when I checked it out before, it was just seeing from the other side. So I'm going to take some photos and then we'll look around the front. Wow. Oh, nice. Little fuse box and all the breakers. And then this side, another staircase of death. If you want to see how close the stables are to the house, here are the stables in all their glory. And then you can see the chimneys of the house through there. These stables are like a castle within themselves. They're absolutely huge. I can't overstate how big they are.
Dunmore Park Estate was not always known as such. Its original name was the Elphinstone Estate, which comprised of Elphinstone Castle, a small tower house, as well as parkland which stretched down to the fertile shore of the River Forth. They had held the land from around the 1400s until it was purchased by John Murray, the 4th Earl of Dunmore, in 1754. He paid the family £16,000, which in today's money is around £30 million. The vaulted basement of a tower of Elphinstone Castle was converted into a mausoleum for the Murray family in the early 19th century, after the family abandoned historic Elphinstone for the newly built Dunmore Park. We'll visit the remains of this romantic crypt later in the video. The 4th Earl was also the person who built the Pineapple Summer House, but unfortunately, he was known to be controversial in his own time. He is remembered as being opportunistic and self-serving. In America, records show that he was named governor of the province of New York in 1770 and appointed governor of Virginia in 1771, where he directed a series of military campaigns against the Native Americans. This came to be known as Lord Dunmore's War. He is most remembered today for his 1775 document, Dunmore's Proclamation, that offered freedom to any slave who fought for the British Crown against the American rebels in the Revolution. Seemingly a humanistic tactic on the surface and altruistic, Lord Dunmore's proclamation was actually the move of a desperate man who strongly believed in the institution of slavery. He owned 56 slaves himself, but who needed to buy time until more reinforcements arrived to fight for him. Dunmore helped create a unified colonial response that became the American War for Independence, a war that was just as focused on keeping slavery intact in North America as it was on gaining independence from Great Britain. So alarmed was George Washington at the prospect of millions of freed slaves that in 1775 he declared of Lord Dunmore, "If that man is not crushed before spring, he will become the most formidable enemy America has." Dunmore was the last royal colonial governor of Virginia. He also served as governor of the Bahamas from 1787 until 1796. The Tudor Gothic-style Dunmore Park was built in the early 1800s by the 4th Earl's eldest son, George Murray, 5th Earl of Dunmore. Though the Murray family decamped 100 years later in 1911, the house remained a private home until 1961. The property also served as a girls' boarding school until 1964, after which it was abandoned. The mansion house, together with the rest of Dunmore Estate, was auctioned in 1970. Parts of the house were demolished in 1972, and the remainder has been left a decaying ruin ever since. To find out more of the history, I've put several links in the video description.
There's jackdaws flying around the towers, Corey. If that isn't ominous, I don't know what is. But you can see we're basically in the middle of nowhere. There's flat farmland here, which is the rest of the estate. The car park's somewhere over there by the pineapple. Now let's go and investigate. But this is what it looks like when you head into the house for the first time. So we're going to do a sweep and see if anyone's in here already. I'm hoping not, because we're quite early in the morning. We're going to go down to the old wine cellar, which is the bit that I went in before. And to be honest, I don't remember feeling anything around here. So we'll go down there first, which is that lovely black hole ahead of us. But this is what the castle looks like. There's little birds and jackdaws. Unfortunately, a lot more graffiti than we were here last time. The birds are nesting in the empty brick holes. There's a pigeon up there. So we're just going to see if we can get back down there, which leads to a cellar's. Just got to be careful because we don't want copper to tread on anything, but it looks okay. But obviously all the stairways are missing, all the ceilings are missing. So we just need to be careful because it is a good 15 foot down there. Oh, here are the stairs, Alex. I'm joking, it's not. There's no way you can get down there.
Needs to be.
Here you go. So it's the remains of the stairs around there. The windows are beautiful, especially the bay windows here. And to be fair, the fireplaces look really tiny, but I guess that's because it's not a medieval castle, it's a manor house. And it was built at a much later time, so they didn't really need as big of fireplaces. Oh, that's the jackdaws. But there's definitely a lot more trees here than when we came in 2015. Wow, look at these girders. Is there someone around there? because the way you go down is along and out, or around the outside. Look, here's the old plaster mouldings from when it was a house. And there's even the old mantelpiece there. I don't want to stand here too long in case that falls on me. But yeah, it's so random to see like what would have been inside is now outside. Oh yeah, there we go. This would have been a really, really grand living room. And I know it's a really popular place and loads of people have come here before, but it still fascinates me. That's why we decided to come back. Just look at it. Oh, but there are holes absolutely everywhere. Oh look, there's copper. Because that was pretty freaky. It's amazing how the chimney pots have stayed up, especially because we've had loads of high winds recently. Another fireplace. Oh, there they are through there. So if you're not brave enough to walk on the inside, you can just go around the outside. I mean, look at this place. It's absolutely wild. I can't wait to go down there and explore. But it was pitch black, so I'll have to use my phone for a torch. Oh, Copper's just scared a pheasant. Wow. So after I've done my initial walk around with you guys here, we're just on 5 minutes. Alex has found the pheasant. Oh, it's alright, Alex said it was quite far away. Did it just run off?
No, it flew. But like the way it flew, like it went into the trees. It must have went through a gap in the trees.
Yeah, pheasants are quite lazy. So this is what I remember mainly from before. Because when you go around here to the far end, you can get down to the bottom. Oh, there's that pheasant again. You got down to the bottom level. Wow. There's so many gaps to fall down. So that's where we're heading, down here. All of those bricks are just being stopped by like one tiny sapling. Really interesting fireplace up there. So from what I remember, we walk around this way and it goes back round to the left. Yeah, Cop, I'm not brave enough to go down there, thanks. Do you want to climb down there, Alex? We just have to climb over those bricks to the right. So there's stairs going down to the basement section there. But from what I remember, you can walk around this bit and go around to get to the wine cellars. But it's so weird because I've got photos of this since from 2015. But here you go. And if you're wondering where half the rubble's gone, it's that massive stone pile there. Yep, here we are going down. That's us now on the lower level. We'll go left first. Anyone want a silver birch? There's definitely more trees than last time. Oh, it's back the other way. You can't get around here. That chimney's really cool, it twists. just because of the way the building's fallen down and crumbled, it's quite hard. You can see somewhere where you want to go, but it's hard trying to get there. Obviously this is the most popular bit for people to come and hang out at. Here we go. The awkward thing about here is that you can actually think you've seen something and it's just a bird. Do you not want to walk along here? Alex has got a healthy respect for not dying. Wow. So there's the stairs, and I joked when we first came in. And I said, oh look, here's the stairs. They would have looked so impressive when it was originally built. It's so eerie because you can hear all the birds. So what I'm going to do now is pause for a second and turn my torch on. But I don't know how much power I've got on my phone, so it'll be 2 seconds. So that's a storage cellar. There's another lower room here, but we haven't got any storage bits in it. Oh, there's a massive cobweb that goes across here. Now we're heading to the main cellar, which is where you can see when we came in the entrance there. This is the one that I think I picked up a really weird noise in last time. And Alex is lovingly letting me go on my own. So yeah, I believe this is the one where it's got the different wines on it. Look how far down that wine cellar goes. It's amazing. There you go. Liqueurs. Oh, that's the jackdaws. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my torch off to save some battery, and we'll just investigate without the torch on. You can see there's no one around this corner, and it leads out to there. That's amazing. Look at those. So this is the tower, but previously, I think in one of my other videos, I called it the crypt. Mainly because there's gravestones there, but look how muddy it is. It's been trodden by dog walkers. I'm guessing Alex isn't coming up here. He's just staying there. Okay, because you go back up there. Should avoid the mud. There's a big craggy rocky bit underneath. It's such a shame that there's lots of rubbish. I'm guessing during lockdown people were using it more. But here we go. Get some good shots of this.
As I mentioned earlier, this was the site of the original tower house or castle. It was built in the early 1500s by the Elphinstone family, and the architecture looks similar to other houses we explored nearby, like Torwood Castle and Woodhead House. At some point in the 1800s, the tower was extended by one of the Earls of Dunmore, and then these extensions were demolished so that St Andrew's Episcopal Church could be built as a private chapel for them in 1850. Sadly, St Andrew's Church was demolished only a century later in the early 1960s, and the northwest angle of the tower collapsed after a storm around 1968. Today, the tower currently stands at 56 feet high to the parapet, covered in ivy. Only the ruinous basement, which was turned into a mausoleum for the Dunmores, is left intact. There are several family graves in the old churchyard next to it, but there are no traces of a demolished church or the original empty coffins that were stolen from the mausoleum by vandals.
And it's really interesting because there are yew trees planted next to it, which is another reason why I was calling it the crypt last time. Look at the size of that beech tree. Wow. And then that's the River Forth that you can see down there. It's got like some copper. Some graves. It says thy will be done. I don't know if that was standing up the last time I was here. You see where the tower's collapsed. Oh, there's a gravestone. I was going to say, I didn't see it. I'm sure it says Andrew Gray or something on it. Let's have a look. Yep, Andrew Gray. 1866, age 61. And then you can see that's where the caskets would have gone. I'm actually going to make my way in here because, as you can see, this heavy door has been like that for ages. It was like that last time, and it's leaning right against the stone. Okay guys, there's no coffins in here, but there is what I presume to be coffin wood in some of them. I'm really not happy about this ceiling, but I just wanted to show you. It's a massive vaulted ceiling with a big hook in the middle. And then you've got your window there. There's nothing behind the door. So this is us back at the Pineapple. There's a bit for the walled garden and the car park's just down here. But that part of the path wasn't on the map on Google. So Alex was thinking we'd have to go around the long way and back up the drive. But the bluebells are starting to come out. And it's been a beautiful day.